Awesome, everyone. Welcome to the first training of how to have big success in relationships. So, the first training here, what we're going to be talking about is the C factor. And this stands for smile, eye contact, excitement. And we're going to break this down into step-by-step instructions because, as simple as it sounds, it is actually very deep and very complex. And if you can master this skill alone, your ability to influence will go through the roof and you will have big success in relationships just by following this simple acronym, which is smile, eye contact, excitement. So let's get to it. All right, wonderful. So now the first training we're going to be talking about is simply the smile and how effective the smile is. So I like to say when I've been teaching and training sales over the years that the smile is like a chainsaw. A smile is like what a chainsaw is to a tree faller. Because a tree faller, when they go into to someone's house and they have a big tree there that they got to take down, what they do is they take out their handy dandy trusted tool to do the job, right? And what you do is you take this they take this chainsaw and they ring 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 and they put it right through the branch, they put it right through the tree, next thing you know the tree timbers, and that's the tool that's the money making tool, like that's the one that does the job. And with the smile, I like to say the smile is also, when you're having big success in relationships, your smile is like that chainsaw in your relationships. It's super powerful tool, and people relate more to your body language than to the words that you're actually saying. So when you first see someone in a split second and they see you're smiling and you have a nice bright energy and a nice bright face, what it does is it sends disarming signals to the pyramidal part of our brain that senses danger. And what we're doing with the smile is we're actually able to bypass that pyramidal part of the brain that will show danger or alert or put people on guard or standoffish. The way we break through that is with the power of a smile, because it also activates the law of reciprocity. When you put out good energy with a smile, a great energy with a smile, what are you going to get back? You're also going to get that positivity back. They say, do unto others as how you would want done to yourself. So do to others as you'd want done to yourself. That's why when you share that smile, it's exactly like your chainsaw. So whenever you're going to meet your lover, when your lover comes home, just greet your lover with an amazing smile and just watch and see that reaction on. She's gonna be like, what has gotten into you? Like, are you doing drugs or what? Just gonna feel naturally really good, and there's gonna be a good natural energy if it's a he or a she, if it's your husband or your girl or your wife. And you're in relationships. Every time a customer walks inside the door, greet your customer with a smile. Be very excited to see them. You want to treat every single person like they have a sign around their neck that says, make me feel like the most important person in the world. And if you can master this skill, if you can make people feel like the most important person in the world, you have got it made and you are on your way to having big success in relationships. So remember, when you're dealing with customers, when you're taking pictures, when you're meeting people for the first time, when you're going to see family, when you're seeing your spouse, make sure that you have this ear-to-ear smile. And I'm going to teach you how to access an actual genuine smile. So there are smiles that are ingenuous. Ingenuous smiles are like this. They only activate the muscles on the side of the mouth. But a real genuine smile, when you capture someone in the moment when they're actually really happy, they actually get little micro wrinkles around their eyes here. So a fake smile is this. Oh, I'm so happy to see you. But more of a genuine smile is with the wrinkles around the eyes. I'm so excited to see you. Wow, how's it going? You can see the wrinkles, all the you want to mirror those actual muscles that happen when you're actually happy. And what you need to do is go to a place inside of your physiology, inside of your body, inside of you, inside of your mindset, everything. You want to actually go to what they call your happy place. you need to go into a state first of thinking of positive thoughts. So when you're in that state and you're actually feeling happy and you're actually feeling excited, it's just gonna come out in your smile, in your face naturally. And you'll notice actors, what they do to train a real smile. Actors can train themselves to cry on a snap. Actors can they train all these different kinds of facial expressions. If they're training the expression for a smile, you gotta have the smile with the wrinkles on the eyes, because this is very disingenuous and people pick up on cues in an instant. So you need to portray that real smile, that real one that comes out when you're naturally in like a smiling in a naturally state. So here's your homework. Smile at the next 10 people you see and give them the most happiest smile to give them the great energy, and watch you get great energy back. And number two, I want you to start watching people when they are in a good mood, when they are very happy. What does a real smile look like? Notice it on the eyes of other people and you'll see the wrinkles, you'll see the muscles that are activated. What you want to do is mirror that exact smile and give it to everyone that comes in your life, and you will have big success in your relationships. So breaking down the C factor, smile, eye contact, excitement, smile just sounds like a simple word, but it can be broken down into many components. And remember, your smile is like the chainsaw, what the chainsaw is to the tree faller. All right, let's move on to the next episode. Awesome. So now we're going on to the next training here of the C factor, which is smile, eye contact, excitement. Now we're talking about eye contact. And this was something that took me a long time to learn. It took me a long time to learn eye contact. And I read a ton of books and I found certain information in some books and I connected the dots, and I heard a bunch of other trainers talking about eye contact, and I seen it in person, how it worked in building relationships in a direct selling situation. And what I found is that one of the hardest things to train is having eye contact with a customer, with an engagement, with someone that you're talking to, because we get so used to not looking at people inside of the eyes. And they say that the eyes are actually the gateway to the soul. And the eyes, they will actually show our true emotions. So if we're hiding something, you'll notice that the eyes tend to dart a little bit when they're in the, if you ask someone a question and they're not telling the truth, their eyes will dart for a second. When you ask them that question and they know they were wrong, they'll dart like this. And when the eyes dart, you know that deep down inside their emotion actually showed through their eyes. And you can read everything about a person just by looking at them in the eyes. That's why coming off as genuine and coming off as that you actually care and that you actually have interest in this person, you want to make eye contact. You want to, when you speak to the person, you want to actually speak while you're looking at them in the eyes as well too. So let's talk a little bit about different personality types. So some personality types of people, you'll notice they like to make a lot of eye contact. And what you want to do is use a method. It's called matching and mirroring. So matching and mirroring is if someone likes to make a lot of eye contact, that is their personality type. And if you want to build rapport and trust and relationship with this person, what you need to do is you need to establish great eye contact with them as well, because that is their mode of function, that is their personality type. They like to make eye contact. And then let's look at a different personality type. Some people are a little bit more shy. They look in the eyes for a second, they look away. They spend more time not looking in the eyes because it makes them feel uncomfortable. So these types of people, you don't want to just be blasting them in the eye, because it's going to make them feel really uncomfortable, and it's actually going to feel them more on arms and threatened. So you want to match and mirror them. Notice how much eye contact they're putting in and put in similar eye contact. Try not to look at them in the eyes too much. Still be talking though, but make sure when you're making your trustworthy and your solid points that you are making that eye contact with them, so that they can see inside your eyes that you are an honest, you are genuine, and you are a caring person who really has their best interest in mind to help them reach their goals. And just in general, like if you're with your spouse or if you have a business where customers are walking into your business, say oh, hey, how's it going today? And you didn't even look at them in the eyes. How does that make a customer feel? Say if they're walking onto your auto dealership or into your appliance store, your electronic store, you're looking like you're disengaged. with all this other stuff going on and you can't even look at them in the eyes. Remember, you want to treat everyone like they have a sign around their neck that says, make me feel like the most important person in the world. And we do this as well through eye contact, because eye contact is the gateway to the soul. If you want to have a genuine human connection with someone, try to make more eye contact while you're speaking with the person and just really look into that person's soul. And when you're conveying a message, what you want to do is you want to have really warm, taffy like eyes, like you're sticking so you're looking them in the eyes, and when you look away, imagine there's like a warm, sticky taffy that's pulling it, and then come back. And you can look in the eyes and then draw off slowly and then look back. And then draw off slowly and then look back. And what this is going to do is if you look at someone in the eyes just straight for too long, they're going to feel hostile. Maybe it's a little bit aggressive, like you're coming off like you're a threat. But what you want to do is like make eye contact, but then swerve off like a warm piece of sticky taffy and then come back. Swerve off and come back. And this is what's going to create a lot of trust, a lot of care, a lot of rapport with the person you're dealing with. Eye contact is the gateway to the soul. So remember, if you really want to have a genuine human connection, start making more eye contact. Here's a little exercise for you to do. I remember when I first started doing this is what I really taught me how to have more eye contact, was an exercise. So what you do this, you're going to do this for the next 15 days, and you're going to practice this. So whenever you lock eyes with someone, you're going to look at them in the eyes. And what you're going to do is you're going to pick one eye, one or the other, right? Pick one and just continue to look at them in the eye until they look away first. And this is going to teach you how to get used to actually making eye contact and speaking with people while you're looking at them in the eye, because it's such a very important skill. And you'll notice when you do this over a 15-day period, you're going to gain a lot of power from just simply eye contact. Your ability to gain connections with people is going to go absolutely through the roof just through this simple skill of how to have eye contact with people. How to have eye contact. So practice this for the next 15 days. And a side note, if anyone says like, hey, what are you looking at? Be like, hey, man, sorry, but I thought you just looked like an old friend. You look like an old friend, so I couldn't tell the difference. And I'll tell you, I did this exercise. I was staring eye to eye with a guy for 15 minutes. I'm not even kidding, 15 minutes straight. And he looked away, and we both went our certain ways. But you know, I was on one of my last days of my eye contact training, and I didn't divert, right? So it's okay to blink. Just pick one eye, blink. You don't have to blank stare, but you do want to blink still. Pick one eye, blink, and just look. And when the other person looks away, mission accomplished. Do this for the next 15 days, and watch how you will have big success in relationships almost instantaneously just by having your eye contact on point. So let's move on to the next training. All right, awesome. So last but not least, now we're talking about excitement. So we talked about smile, eye contact, excitement. This is the C factor. The acronym of C sounds very simple, but when broken down, it's actually one of the most, if not the most powerful technique that you can use, and you're influencing and persuading and having big success in relationships. So I've seen salespeople with absolutely no past training, no experience, no knowledge, and they go out and crush it. And I try to look at the factors why they did so well. And it's because they had a great smile, they had great eye contact because they were confident, and they had a great excitement. They were able to generate enough excitement to transfer over that feeling to the next individual. So in order to have big success in relationships, excitement comes in to play where you're transferring this emotion over to somebody else. So you can notice if someone is having like a bad day and they come around you and you're just like very excited, positive type of person, you're going to be able to influence this person into better states simply by having excitement. Because if you're dull and you're not excited, you're like, hey man, we should go watch this movie. Like, no, man, I don't want to watch that movie. But like, hey, man, this movie, it's awesome. It just came out. We have to see it. Let's go. And like, you just get excited. They can hear it in your tones of voice. Like, they're so excited that you're going to have a higher opportunity to influence that person to your idea by having that excitement. So excitement is very, very, very critical. And in order to, excitement is a state. So we need to get into a state of excitement ourselves. And it has to be as a flipping a switch and a snap of a fingers. We have to be able to access these states of excitement. And Tony Robbins teaches 2 ways to get yourself in a state of excitement and positivity. So one, change your focus. You want to start thinking about things that are positive and that get you excited, and things that you're happy about. You know, being in a state of gratitude. You know, if anything that you can be grateful for will put you in that naturally feel good state. Number 2 way to change your state is change your physiology. What you want to do is you want to get moving. You want to get active, some smiling. Just get your body moving. This is what's going to put you in a brand new state where you're going to be able to transfer over an emotion of excitement. You'll notice with the shoulders, it's very hard to be excited when your shoulders are dropped and slouched and your neck is down, your fingers are crossed, your legs are crossed. It's hard to generate excitement. But what you want to do, you can do this exercise with me while you're on the video. Simply, it's a 1-inch tweak. 1 inch. Wow, I got goosebumps doing that. See, 1 inch. Slouching. 1 inch. And instantly you feel more powerful, more excited. You change this physiology. If your hands are crossed, arms are crossed, open them up. You know, if you're not smiling, open up your smile. Open, if your legs are crossed, open up your legs. Open everything up. Get moving. Shake it off. Tony Robbins does incantations. Gets the body moving. And he used to do this before he'd go into close a sale. Is he'd change his focus. He'd visualize. You see what he's grateful for. You know, he'd visualize all these great things of life he wants to live. He'd do breathing exercises, incantations, and then boom, he'd go bust the door down and he'd go into his sales presentation, or he'd go on stage and train for days and days on end with barely any sleep. And how is he able to access these levels of excitement? Number 1, change your focus. And number 2, change your physiology. Incantations. I'm getting goosebumps just thinking about this. And this is how you power through with little to no sleep, little to no food, little to no water, and a bad mood. You can always change your state by changing your focus and changing your physiology. And it all starts with something as simple as a 1 inch. Your shoulders back. 1 inch. Because when your shoulders are here, your body actually secretes a chemical inside your body, which is a cortisol, which sends a stress signal to the brain, which lowers your excitement because you're in a stress state. So it brings down your tones, it drops all your expressions, it makes you less animated. But just by simply bringing your shoulders back, it boosts testosterone, it boosts dopamine, it boosts serotonin in your brain. You automatically feel more confident, more achieved, more outgoing, more personable, more like you can influence and more you can persuade, and most importantly, your confidence goes through the roof, so you're able to transfer over that excitement. So what you want to do, if you have a business or if you have a spouse or if you have your friends, greet your friends with the utmost excitement. Change your focus, change your state, bust the door down, walk into the room, and just give a good energy and watch the energy you get back. Instantly, you will become the leader. Instantly, your ability to influence and persuade will go through the roof. Instantly, you will be able to get big success in your relationships by harnessing the power of excitement. So make sure, no matter what you're selling, what you're telling, you know, whatever relationship you're walking into, always greet it with a high level of excitement and watch yourself, your success in relationships go through the roof. All right, guys, that's it for this training. Smile, eye contact, excitement. Follow these teachings. They're very basic. It's an acronym, SEE, but they're very, very, very powerful on a grand scale. And they're not just for door-to-door sales. It's for relationships, for love, you know, for dating, for if you have a storefront business, for family, like whatever it is, like when there's a social interaction, use these skills and watch your influence go through the roof. So if you want to start a big company and you want to drive your sales, you already have a company, practice these 3 things and watch your sales and watch your relationships go through the roof just by following the C factor: smile, eye contact, excitement. All right, guys, Dane Smith here, tuning out. Hope you enjoyed the video. Let's jump into the next trainings. All right, awesome. So that's number one training. That's the first one. C, smile, eye contact, excitement. If you like my content, go ahead and hit the bell to be notified of further sales training videos, entrepreneurship videos that I have coming out. They're going to be jam-packed with value. So the next video is going to be matching and mirroring. You don't want to miss it. Let's go to it right away.